about leading into those combos, but it's going to be interesting to see how. Yeah.
Here are the things to look out for. So,
Let's see.
If Chario can get a good string going, Gaw's in a world of hurt. But if Ghana can stuff out I feel like part of this is on Chario, but a lot of it is also like it's Greninja's kit. Approaching, he can't do too much. You're going to be seeing him, for the most part, to get combos going. He's going to be doing a dash attack or tilt. Like right there, he's got one dash attack. You're going to be seeing a good how he approaches. So if Ghana catches on to that, he's going to punish it for him.
Now, what will that Fire Hydrant do to that dash attack strategy? It seems like it's going to put a little bit of strain on it because of the environmental hazard there. Oh, already off map though, wow. And we've seen him come back from those before, so this is a different kind of play for sure.
No, so what happened there was, so the Pac-Man trampoline, I'm sure you know, like you can bounce on it multiple times to recover.
Right.
But the thing about Greninja's recovery, when Greninja recovers by basically shooting a stream, you're going to see it, or I guess not, but he shoots a stream of water to recover. But that water, it acts sort of like Mario's Flood, if you've ever seen like Sway use that, where like, you know, pushes the opponent. So that recovery also pushed Ghana, so he missed the trampoline.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah. So it's different now, and in fact, that wow. Okay, well that
it basically has the properties of like the hydrant, where like the water pushes the opponent.
Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, for sure. I think that's gonna be a little bit different for Ghana now because that recovery was such a tried and true method in those last sets, but. For this one, it might not be so, especially because...
Especially if Chario sees it coming, he'll just run off and use his own recovery to try to mess him up.
Exactly. He has no problem going off stage with Ghana, it looks like, and that's something that we didn't see in the last couple sets, so it'd be interesting to see how that flips out the dynamic here.
And then, I do wonder if it's going to come to play. Chario was using a bit of counters earlier on, but Greninja has, I think, the most unique counter in the game of any character, where when he uses it, he literally disappears, and then when he respawns, Chario holds any direction, and that's the direction Greninja's going to spawn the opponent, and if he holds the counter, he disappears for longer. So it's like a huge mix-up of what direction am I going to appear in, and then like when am I going to appear. So he might use it to counter some like food or hydrant that's getting sent flying his way.
Right, yeah, because when you have so much utility like Pac-Man does, when you have so much to throw, oh wow, that was some range.
The Ghana was doing a lot.
Yeah, put a lot of work.
Food, and like it would literally warp because of the water.
Yeah, that was. I was gonna say though, yeah, when you have so much of a kit like Pac-Man does, it's also the potential for that counter to come out a lot more. So I think you're right. It'll be interesting to see if that's what Chario decides.
Yeah, because if so much stuff's flying at your face, you can just hit down B whenever and counter one of these hits for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that recovery to like that stream of water, that's the thing that pushes.
Oh right, okay, yeah. So awesome. It looks like Charles definitely trying to get some big damage on the Ghana here just to throw him off.
He's so good at throwing the fruit at the hydrant. It'll do. That's the counter.
Yeah. There. Oh, okay. Wow, that was.
I guess in terms of Pokemon, it's they refer to it as substitute because like.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just saw the substitute fall out. It was funny.
Yeah. So he holds.
It was a lot faster than I thought it would be. Like when I hear disappear, I think, oh, it's like TF2 Spy or something. Like he goes invisible.
I mean,
but no, it's quick.
That was him not holding it, I guess we call it. If he holds it, he's gone longer. But he was holding down, so he appeared above the opponent and struck down. And like, if you get hit by a counter, I feel like you're gonna get punished because, like I said, you can so many mix-ups. How long are you gonna be gone for, and then what direction? You really can't anticipate that.
Yeah, it just adds so much ambiguity that's just gonna muddle up the player who's up against it. But again, Ghana with that great stage control, keeping an eye on the ground here. But of course, Chario's trying to go on stage again. Yeah, I was gonna say.
The hydro pump.
Yeah, there's definitely some things that we see happening from Ghana that we've seen in the previous sets, but also I do notice a little bit of different play, a little bit more of that ranged attack like you were mentioning, because I guess if he does get the range counter, then he's far enough away where it won't hurt him as much. That's cool. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, watching them just trade damage here.
Yeah, it's more so, especially at this high percent, it's harder for. Also, look at I guess we've proven wrong. You see how far that count?
Yeah.
Even from center stage all the way to the edge, throwing that down.
There we go. Chario, yeah, able to bring it back there. Yeah, I was gonna say that was far away, way farther than I thought.
no other counter in the game really works. That
Hmm.
pushes you a little bit. Every other character is stationary, and then with Greninja, like you
Yeah,
can. I guess he was holding like. I guess if you hold left or right, it makes you go that direction. So if he held up or down, he might have not gotten punished. But like that, he got it.
yeah, no, incredibly like high mileage coming from that. It's all about the subterfuge, right? You know, if you're able to throw your opponent off, even if they're doing a great, you know, if they're on their game, even the best players can get thrown off their mark, and that's where you get your openings. And so it's cool to see that kind of play coming out because it makes for some really interesting counters. So I'd assume we expect to see these players sticking on these two characters for the rest of the set. And it looks like we got started. So you're gonna have to remind me. I'm not 100% familiar with the map.
Oh, it's basically it's just FD, but they just pick like a Omega.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just FD. Okay. Cool. So this will be interesting because you know, like Pac-Man's got just the ground to control here, and Chario's been up in the air for most of the time. No platforms above to kind of help him out there. So I think Greninja's gonna get a lot of openings from that. It'll be interesting to see.
I do think that is an interesting counter pick.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Greninja can combo off the platforms, but I'm surprised he didn't pick a more like bigger stage like Kalos or Tal.
Whoa, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I guess he's making me eat my words because
I was gonna say, yeah, that was again some projectile combat coming out from gaw.naw. It's always cool to see.
that was a new way of gaw.naw using hitting him, and while he was hitting him, he was getting pushed against the hydrant, so he kind of got like walled in for a combo.
Yeah, for sure. It seems like with all the utility that he's throwing out, like Chario's gonna have to put out some more counters to get some to throw gaw.naw off his spree basically. But that will not quite do it actually. All right, but
Yeah,
of course he's gonna go for it anyways. And it still doesn't complete. gaw.naw's still able to get back up. You know, I was wondering if maybe he would go for the same recovery cancel that he did last time, but didn't quite come out. And it looks like David's the same percent, but big stock difference there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go. Chario's gonna be able to get this on gaw.naw. Super high percent Greninja. What does that normally mean?
I mean, I guess like you could go for some early kills because like trying to get
Yeah.
your conventional combos can be tricky. So I feel like, as weird as it sounds, Chario might actually be a little happy that like the stock reset, so he can get his combos, but he's not going to be happy of eating that 40% gallon.
Right. That's
Spooky. Gaw.naw's really good at getting low percent. Like he can. Pac-Man's more of like a tracker character with all these setups, but you know he's still like getting the combos and like making him look like Mario with like how fluid these combos are.
yeah, for sure.
And you know, going for the ballsy side because it's like, you know, if I get it, it'll kill. If not, such a sizable lead.
Yeah, you know, when you have the lead, and I think we saw this earlier, even with the lead, like going in aggressive because that's just the last thing that your opponent would expect, right? You know, you feel like they want to just guard their lead and keep it, but I think gaw.naw's been showing that kind of just subterfuge, and the mind games of playing Pac-Man is pretty cool. And there it is, coming out again. I was wondering what was going to come back next.
This time we see the log and
Yeah, the log. And that was, Chario didn't even have to go for the offstage there. Had a pretty safe time there, but again, high percent. gaw.naw just has to get him in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that's going to spell a danger for him.
Chario definitely taking him like a bit more time and take instead of just running in with the dash tech, which I think is really smart, especially with the high percent.
Right, you know, watching out for Pac-Man's
back and
anchors.
forth, getting the grab, and then getting the dash tech, and then getting the follow up.
That was a spectacular combo, and keep it going too.
Trying to get the hydro pump.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, just like that, he's
But
he did.
coming back with
That's nice. He's doing so much stuff so
I was
fast.
gonna
It's
say,
really hard to react to something.
once those little Pac-Man shoes get on that ground, like he's got projectiles to boot.
For days, yeah.
It's amazing, yeah. Just to see how quickly he can throw out so much damage from fruit, no less, fruit and hammers. But yeah, that's really cool to see. Even to essentially a non-player, like there's definitely combos that just look cool no matter what, and being able to get back on the stage from all of that combo punish and just throw out a 1-2-3 basically is very slick. So good play from gaw.naw for sure. It's putting the set to 1-1. Let's see what we get this.
3, 2, 1, go!
We got another similar stage to the last one, right? That beast out.
Oh yeah, this is just I think that they're picking these stages because it's like from series and had like their music. Like the last episode we were on was Pac-Land, which is very fitting. Then
nice.
this was the Gower playing Xenoblade and
Gower playing very, very good choice.
yeah, for music it's good, and also I know Chario just Xenoblade fan.
Nice. No, for sure. I mean, even though it's about the game, it's about the players. I think sometimes it's got to be about the style too.
No, yeah, and also like I mean, we don't really have sound on our end, but for them, like they probably keep their sound up, and like hearing the music on these stages, like it can just put you in like a better mood and like
right.
You can focus better.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
All those little things matter at like this far in it.
Yeah.
You barely missing the belt punish. Oh, and that time the food was getting thrown, but the substitute Pushy actually taking the hit, doing what it meant to do was actually.
Damn, substitute. Okay, that looks like. There we go. Yeah. It was realistic, but yeah, Chario got a good hit on gaw.naw there. But of course, gaw.naw's got his feet on the ground, and that's dangerous. And there it is. That is it. So once he gets that foothold, I mean, it's amazing. The stage basically sets it up with a fire hydrant and then throwing all these projectiles around. It's very hard to keep up with. But to Chario's credit, he's been doing a great job with getting these incremental damage on gaw.naw and throwing out the counter every now and then to mix things up. And I think it's good that he doesn't go for it like every single time, because then it would just kind of become expected, and I think
definitely
play around that. So
it's sort of like what you were saying earlier. Like there's that one time when it was like, do I go in and like hijack a champion? It's sort of like you want to like save your cards like when it's more like significant.
Exactly.
Especially because this is a best of 5 set, so there's quite a ways to go in this set.
Yeah, I know for sure. We're in for the long haul. And these two players, I mean, gaw.naw's been going for is it 3 sets now? This being third.
Yeah.
So that's got to be wearing down on him. But at the same time, he's warm. This guy is very warm, and he's got a good style going on with Pac-Man. He's getting a lot of purchase.
What I do think is interesting is these two were before this tournament, they were doing friendlies to warm up and playing for like a good like half hour to an hour, I want to say. So they definitely are familiar with each other's habits, and it's showing with how competitive and close each and every one of these games have been.
Yeah, exactly. This is very different from the last 2 sets we've watched. These two players they're watching each other very carefully for things that they expect, and that's why, like you were mentioning, and we said before, not doing the same thing in every situation. You get a lot easier to read after that.
I think there's definitely some charm that when you're like playing against someone you're more familiar with, because like their habits, they know your habits, so it's like you're saying you have to mix up a lot more. And
the mind game aspect of it becomes a lot more important, which is really interesting. It looks like Chario's getting some good value. Taking him to Walmart because of that great value. He's able to get some good damage out on gaw.naw, keeping him off stage there. But gaw.naw, he's got his feet on the ground, and like I said, this is all disaster most of the time. But doesn't quite get him in Chario, and he's back into poke.
Wow, look at all this percent.
I was gonna say, that is an amazing percent for Greninja.
An amazing percent for gaw.naw.
Yeah. Oh, and
kill because of the rage? What? No.
oh my god. So yeah,
Version was like narrowed down.
when you have a cross
Greninja
cannon
fair.
like that, that's crazy.
Greninja Fair is like as powerful as a smash attack, but that's still crazy with all that rage that had the kill power.
Well, I didn't know it was that powerful. That's wow.
That's why it has the move has a bit of startle if you look at it, because he has to and then he slash.
Okay.
And that's why it's using that move in general is considered a 50, as in
Yeah.
you have to your opponent can like air dodge to escape the hit,
Right.
or like so it's a big 50-50 because Chario's gonna or he's gonna wait predicting an air dodge. So then the opponent either air dodges right away if they think Chario's gonna let it rip, or they wait a bit thinking that Chario's gonna like wait it out, and if that happens they can throw an attack or get out. So it's a big 50-50 of am I gonna let it rip right away or am I gonna wait? And that was an instance of Chario letting it rip because he wasn't flipping the switch. Like he was playing aggro, but he wasn't throwing out the fairs right away any time prior.
No, for sure. And I think like knowing your character as well as it seems like Chario knows his character is so important, because like it seems like Greninja's got such speed, but there is where it kind of holds back a little bit, just that slight amount of buffer that you have to put in for that. You need to know when that's appropriate. You need to know when that's going to actually get you some advantage there. So it looks like that to me. It looks like that was the perfect time to bring it out. But really cool to see.
Looks like we're. Oh, okay. I know what's happening. So they're going to PS2 now. And they're still. I think Ghana was exiting out Omega still, so he didn't want it to be like the FD version.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, we're finally going off of just the pure flat stages. We're going back to what's considered the most neutral stage, the Pokemon Stadium 2.
Okay. Yeah.
This is the stage we're seeing a lot more in the early.
Right. Yeah, and it'll be really interesting to see, because this is like the neutrality of the stage, for someone like gaw.naw who's using the stage and using his hit to form obstacles for his opponents.
Wow, ledge pressure with the Hydra.
I know, holy crap. Obviously, Chario knows not to go for it, but even still, a sign of the deadly things to come from gaw.naw. But both ththese players doing a really great job when they get their foothold again and put some damage out onto each other. It's like Chario's bringing it back.
Definitely, look at that. It's the Chario play evening it up.
Yeah, for sure. But again, gaw.naw's really good at kind of taking a little bit, and once he gets his feet on the ground, bringing it back to put in some pain. Keeping Chario off stage there, but oh yeah, that was a pretty cool watch there.
Yeah.
Flying back. Yeah, for sure. Like,
I will admit, this is a bit of an aside, but I think
sure.
The players like gaw.naw, where it's like, they're like he's definitely shown some aggression, but for the most part, he's just playing a relatively slower style of play. That's how Pac-Man plays.
Yeah.
A lot of players get frustrated by that. I mean, like personally, I'm a fan of the more rushdown style myself, but I feel like play like that needs to be respected, because like gaw.naw has to like put in so much work to slowly rack up 60%, and then we saw Chario play and get it so fast. So in that sense, it's like it's probably draining on gaw.naw's end, where he's putting all this work for the percent, and the
and just putting in all
So
the in general.
in that regard, it's like I think it's respectable that Chario is able to get the confirms to get the quick damage, but at the same time, the fact that gaw.naw's willing to play that long game and have that patience is like equally respectable.
Absolutely. So again, though, it looks like Chario's putting some good work in with high percent Greninja. It'd be interesting to see if some killer combos come up from that rage like we saw last set.
That is a bit of an issue with playing that slower style, though. Sometimes it's hard to seal the stock. Or that's why we're seeing gaw.naw. He's gonna maybe fish for like a smash attack, or he's gonna use like the bell or two. Those have been his go-tos for sealing the stock.
Yeah. And it's dangerous too. Like gaw.naw puts out a lot of power. Oh wow. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, he's really good at using everything he's got in his tool belt there to kind of put pressure on from afar too. Just be able to subvert his opponent a little bit without having to put himself right in that rage area. But yeah, you know, obviously Chario looking really good from a percent, from a stock advantage, but gaw.naw, you know, again, he'll be just as but doesn't really get recovery there.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it happens for sure. But again, you know, maybe the advantage of that slow play style is when these things do happen, and the percentages are equalized out again. You have a little bit of advantage.
The NSD is putting Dawn on his tournament stock. If he loses this, he's going to be out at third. And being at the deficit, he's really going to be trying to go and jumping over the counter.
That was well played for sure.
Gaw.naw's not playing around. He wants to stick around. He wants this to come into game 5. He wants a shot at grands.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, like you said, putting in that work just to get.
I'm telling you, Chario is anticipating these projectiles.
Yeah, he's starting to read a little bit. And like you said, they have some knowledge of how each other are going to play this. So we're trying to see a little bit of that game out. You know, gaw.naw does have some good.
There's another one. My goodness, these are crazy. The warps. And another track, and that time he went down.
Oh my god.
The counters are a key part of this matchup, and now he's letting him rip because he's like, I have an opportunity to win the set. Let me play.
Yeah, you're right. You know, why weren't we seeing all those combos before? It looks like this is what we've been saving them up for. You know, Chario's got the situation. He sees gaw.naw's in a dangerous spot, and he's gonna put out the pressure with those combos and those counters. But you know, gaw.naw not gonna fight at all. Still putting some good obstacle pressure down there. Getting a god. Yeah, there is what we were looking for.
Alright. So you know the capability gaw.naw has.
You have to bring that damage up, and he goes in. Come on, gaw.naw bringing it fast. Of course, Chario needs to go for the safety, and there it is. That was some excellent play for both players in that set. Like
gaw.naw, I know he might be a little upset about that SD, but he still kept it really competitive and